continuing right on with this. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Squeeze? You didn't... okay. So... You heard Mr. Manella wrong. That's probably not gonna happen, although I could understand that just because he speaks really oddly. But... Oh boy. Yeah, she had to have seen Hammer limping. I was thinking for a second. I mean, it's very possible to hear that man wrong. Very, very possible. Oh, there we go. It's very possible to hear Manila wrong, because he just talks very oddly, but yeah, you had to have seen Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manila. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. So while he was pretending, she didn't know he was pretending. So she thought, yeah, okay, yeah. And when he was doing this, well, it would have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Mr. Squeeze, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were that's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured during that morning. Which is why the injury was completely wrong. Okay. Order, order. I will have order. Witness? Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Squeeze. She's probably got something. Very well. I have a question for you. Urk? Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want to kill Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to the court. Does the defense have anything to say on this matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Oh boy. So I'd have to prove it with evidence, So what would have made her want to kill him? So either they had a major argument, or it had something to do with this photo. Because there, you can see both of them in that picture. So, did she possibly... This is the only thing that would possibly be a motive, honestly, at this point. That's the only thing that links a motive. There's nothing else that really would say there's a motive. I have to prove that she had a motive. I can't just say, no, she didn't have a motive. She just did it because she felt like it. Okay, I have proof, and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss McSqueeze's motive in this murder. It may have possibly been this. That's what I can think about. If I look here, there's no other thing that would possibly say why she wanted him dead. Although this is, you know, possibly wanted revenge for this, or just... try this. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Squeeze? If 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his frame. With Diva Squeeze's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you Diva Squeeze used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was the constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We were talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed Diva Squeeze and not the other way around. What motive would Miss Squeeze have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. I would never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Squeeze's motive for murder. Okay, let me take a minute. So I can reveal evidence or she had no motive. Oh goodness, this is a hard one. So either she had no motive, or I have to reveal the 5-year-old photo again, and I don't think that's correct. But I can't just say she had no motive, can I? Although, she could have just done impossible without a motive. Honestly. I'll reveal evidence. Okay. Allow me to present to the court evidence proving Miss Squeeze's motive. This is the only thing. The picture again. This is my proof. And this tells us why Mr. Squeeze wanted to kill Mr. Hammer. I'd say all it proves is the defense attorney has completely lost his marbles. Mr. Wright, the court requests that you find your marbles immediately. And I'm afraid I have to penalize you for this waste of the court's time. Nick, we're so close. Think this one through, please. Mr. Wright, I'll have to ask you again. Please explain Miss Squeeze's motive for murder. Then, you know what? The only option is she had no motive. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Squeeze did was push him off the stairs, in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Squeeze. What? What? Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the steel samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? Because he didn't feel like being treated like shit all the time, pretty much. He didn't want to be making petty cash. To kill Diva Squeeze, who had cruelly taken advantage of him for all those years. So you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I'm guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Miss Squeeze. What? What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel. Miss Squeeze, please try to remain calm. No. How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel. Manuel, don't touch him, Mr. Squeeze. No. Please. Please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again. Mr. Edgeworth? Where's Steve the Squeeze? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. Oh, that was a tough last part. That is all. The court is adjourned. October 20th, 1:12 p.m. District Court, Defendant's Lobby number 3. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Mr. Squeeze, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, or tried to frame me the murder. I was gonna say tied me to the murder, but it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright? Huh? Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Oh. I was expecting another option here. Okay, do I have proof to show? Let me look at my court record. Oh. Was it what I was thinking originally? Jealousy? That Will, jealous? He was just jealous of how well was treated. Show evidence. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because the path to glory would be a good evidence. Just kind of like, yeah, like the fandom of the Steel Samurai. That could prove the jealousy, or it could, well, no. Yeah, that's good evidence. It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai. Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in kids' show, and as a villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. So am I. And as am I. I'm very glad. Congratulations, WP. Oh. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. Well, I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume, and, well, the costume's gone. And the show's cancelled. Sorry, buddy. Is something wrong? No, of course not. Nick Edgeworth. Say something, right? I'm not good at this small talk. Huh? What? I love you. No. That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. The Squeeze would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you, I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Wait, what? Yeah, I was about to say liar. Right? I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you here again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, It would have been better if we had not met. Or better had we not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings. He's proclaiming his love towards you, Phoenix. You don't understand how he feels about you. In his pants. Yes, unease and uncertainty. His chest beats faster. His face is flushed. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix, right? Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Well, that was nice of him. Mr. Wright, is this guy your friend? What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick. Tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? I just explained the deal. I know. I understand. I watched the first season free. I get the underlying undertones. And so the curtain closes on another trial. It caused quite a stir by revealing the accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Oh no. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today. You're going to watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, fine. I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead role again? I wonder if they'll show... No, he gets the lead role in the Pink Princess. That is... please do not show me something like this. No. No. I wonder if the show is real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. Yeah, I'm not ready for the real Will Powers, especially if he's gonna be the Pink Princess. I'd rather avoid the real Will Powers. A brand new episode has been added. Turnabout goodbyes. Oh, that doesn't sound, Save cleared stage data. Save cleared, saved. Would you like to save? Yes. Woo! We did it! Oh, that was a long case, but it felt good to get through that. Wow, this one. I want to see the little pictures now. Because I know that these change pictures when you beat them. So. Oh god, I hid in the corner. Little Steel Samurai. So that's what the Steel Samurai costume actually looks like. The evil magistrate. Yeah, that was a good case. I enjoyed that. And before I continue on this, time to stop this video.